Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a tutorial on how to use VCarve Pro 6.0. This tutorial has been specifically engineered to use at Borough Secondary School with the VCarve program. So I currently have the VCarve Pro 6.0 trial edition, although the 6.0 full version is not that different. Today we're going to be going over on a basic creation of a image. So what you're gonna have to do is go into your period 1 folder and find the VCarve save file. I'm just gonna go ahead and open mine up. Here, I'm going to create a new file. The job dimensions will be 10 inches by 5.5, so I already had that preloaded. Alright, inches, let's make sure, and then okay. So basically we have a white blank template here and with all your tools right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly open up a couple of images saved for this. Alright, so I have 3 images here, and basically we're just gonna merge them all together and insert a blank main text. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and insert the western border. As you can see, it's an image, and VCarve does not like images. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scale that around down, and yeah. Okay, so now all I have to do is I have to convert the pixels in this image into vectors. So what I'm going to do is under the create vectors heading, I'm going to choose the last tool, which is called fit vectors to bitmap. And just so you know, I got that image by pressing under file operations, import bitmap for tracing. Right, so now just going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to zoom in a little and just basically mess around with the threshold, finding the appropriate number pixel. Alright, I think this is fine. Alright, the noise filter I set to 3, so that means if there's like 1 pixel in here, it'll erase it. So it's like dirt. So I know lose tight, I like leaving it at 64, and then I just press pick vectors. Then I go ahead and click on the image, highlight the image, and then I press delete, and that deletes the image. So now what you want to do is highlight everything in the image and group it together, so that's easier for you to move it around. Go here and press the move scale rotate selection, and rotate it by 90 degrees towards 90 degrees counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Pretty good. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna create a new layer. So I'm just gonna send this to a new layer, move it to a new layer. And I'm gonna call that, this is just to keep myself organized. Yeah, background. Alright. So I'm just gonna take the image, move it towards the top left corner, and then I'm just gonna resize it. First I'm gonna resize it by doing this, and then I'm just gonna drag this one and move it towards the right. I don't like the way this is. Actually no, it looks pretty fine. Once you've done that, you want to press save. I haven't saved it as anything. I'm just going to go to my desktop and save it as, I'll just save it as tutorials. Okay, there we go. Press save. Alright. Now what I want to do is import another bitmap. So I'm just going to go ahead and VCarve 2, and I'm going to choose this image right here. I'm just going to resize it, And now I'm going to fit the vectors into this image. I'm just going to zoom in. Alright, I'm just going to fit vectors. Zoom in a little more. I'm going to mess around with the thresholds, finding the appropriate settings. You want to make sure that there's no blank holes like that one there, so just watch this spot. Watch this spot for a couple of seconds as I mess around with the threshold. As you saw, it just joined that line together, and you see I have another hole here and another hole there, so I'm just gonna move the threshold up even more. And as you can see, I'm starting to get a lot of noise, a lot of dirt. I'm just gonna bring it back up, and I find that this is looking. This looks perfect. I'll remove that pixel later. Alright. Now what you want to do is press fit vectors, make sure the noise filter is through, and I'm just going to need the loose type format to keep it. Fit vectors, highlight the image, and press delete. Close this. Alright, now what I want to do with this image is I want to bring it this, and I want to merge this image with this background image, and I want to put this image right in that corner just so it looks nice. Alright, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, first of all, I want to highlight it all, because if I don't, if I try to move something like that, say like that, I'm just going to move that item, and I don't want my objects to be ungrouped. I don't want my objects to be all over the place, so I'm going to just press Ctrl Z to undo. I'm going to select everything, and then I'm going to press Group Objects. A shortcut would be pressing Ctrl and G, but just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to do it twice. Alright, I want to resize it, and then I don't think we're going to be needing that. Okay. Alright, you're just going to position it where you want it to be. I'm going to rotate it a little bit, and now I'm going to enlarge it a little bit more, and I see that looks fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into the center, zoom in. I'm not going to need this part and this part, so I'm not going to need this whole white circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup the object onto layer. Oh wait, no, sorry. First you want to group the objects and move it to another layer. New layer, and we'll add this as background corner image. Okay. Now we can ungroup. The reason I'm ungrouping is because once we move this image there to there, and it was all on the same layer, it was going to be hard to move them back together so that we can move them around. But if you have a layer, oh wait, I didn't group properly. Alright, I moved it there. If it was on the same layer, I would have had all of this selected, and then I could only group the whole thing. But with the thing with layers is that I can disable one of the layers. So say I want to disable the background layer, the one that has the notebook style texture to it. I can just lock that layer and then select the background corner, and then if I select the whole thing, it didn't move. Go ahead and file, move to layer, background corner image. Alright, so now I'm just going to disable background. Go to background corner image, and now if I try to select everything, it will not select everything, it will only select the objects within that group. Okay, once you've done that, down, back down, and ungroup it. What you want to do now is choose the node editor, or the node editing icon under the edit objects, and what you want to do here is insert a node right about there. Press I, insert a node there, and insert a node there. Press delete. Now I'm gonna come down here and do the same thing. Insert node, insert node, insert node, insert node, and delete this span, and delete this span. Now if I zoom out, I can just delete the whole circle just by pressing delete on my keyboard, right clicking, and okay, so I'm just going to do it the easy way. Just delete and press delete. Now I want to show you guys. I'm just gonna unlock the background, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and preview the toolpath and everything else. I'm going to go here, I'm going to select everything, then I'm going to press this icon right here which says switch to toolpaths tab, and then I'm going to come down here, which is going to say create VCarve / engraving toolpath. I'm going to change this V to a V-bit, so I'm going to go ahead and select V-bits, and I'm going to select the 0.5 inch V-bit and press OK. And then I'm going to press calculate, and it will say I have 2 open vectors. This is because it generates the image, and if you reset preview and preview toolpath, it will not create you see that there's something missing. There's a couple of lines missing, and that is because I have 2 open vectors. The 2 open vectors are right here, so the machine won't actually cut these vectors, and we have to close these vectors, so I have to join this vector with this, I have to join this line with this line, and I also have to join this line with this line. Okay, so to do that, it's fairly simple. I'm just going to go here, pin this, and then unpin this, just so I have a larger working space, working area. And now I'm just going to go into node editor and edit nodes. So I'm just going to insert another node right here, and I'm going to stretch this node all the way around. I'm going to make this a start point so that when I close the vectors it will close, and I think it's alright to move that. And then I don't like the way this image, the line is arching. Just going to go ahead and insert arch the other way. And now what I'm going to do is click on the selection tool, and I'm going to press shift here and shift there, and then I'm going to press join close vectors with a line, and as you can see it joined the vectors. Okay, I don't like that arch that's coming there. Just gonna go ahead and smooth that out, and it looks nice. And now we have another one over there, so we're just gonna go in and here, so I'm just doing the same thing over again. I'm pressing I to insert a node. It automatically made that as a created that as a start point, and I think it also automatically joined. Yep, it did. Alright. So if I select everything here, it will select it as 1. I'm just gonna go ahead and do everything. To make sure I actually closed all vectors, I'm just going to select everything. Toolpaths tab, close this, calculate a new toolpath. And one other thing I want to mention is before going to calculate a new toolpath, you want to delete the ones you already have. So I'm just going to go ahead and make another I'm going to calculate another toolpath, and then I'm going to press reset preview, so it erases the old toolpath, old toolpath image. Another thing that I also want to mention is that your material should be set at MDF, which is a medium density fiberboard. By default it should be wood, but you want to change it to MDF. Just telling you, it doesn't really matter, but I've changed it. Now you want to press preview toolpath, and there you have it. And I think it's still not coming out right. It's gonna go. Yeah, you see, it didn't select. I had the line selected, so it didn't. So when I went in to calculate, it didn't select the line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try that again. Close. Calculate. Now you see, it didn't say I had any open vectors, which is good news. That I successfully closed all the vectors. So I'm gonna reset preview and preview toolpath. And there you go. I have the whole image. The whole image. Now what I'm going to do with this image right here is I'm going to move this image all the way over here and merge it with this image so that it looks very nice. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to rotate this image once more. Maybe make it a little smaller. Rotate a little more. And then I'm going to move it. And a little more smaller. Oh, oops, I rotated it. I'm going to make it a little more smaller. And I hate making it smaller. Alright, okay, this looks great. Oh my god, have you seen that? Look at that. It looks like one image, and if I cut this out, oh, you see what I forgot to do? I forgot to group. So it's a good thing I had layers on. I created layers, so I'm just going to go ahead and group image, Control G, and it's grouped. And I'll unlock this layer. Alright, so now if I try to cut this out, close, create toolpath, close. I'm just going to go ahead and delete these old toolpaths and reselect everything. Calculate, reset preview and preview toolpath. As you can see, it looks very messy. There's just a lot of lines, and I don't like the look of that, so I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to go here. I'm just going to open this. It's very distracting. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the layer with this image, the plant image. So I'm just going to select it, and I'm going to lock it. And now I'm going to edit the nodes on this image. So I'm going to go to the node editor. So yeah, another thing you can't do with this software is you can't edit grouped objects. So I have to ungroup everything. So it will ask me, do you want to ungroup the selected objects? You can just press yes, and it'll group it for you. You don't have to go in and do anything. Here I'm going to insert a node, and I'm going to insert another node right there. Oh, it's already there. Okay, so I'm just going to press okay, and then I'm going to insert a node right about here. I use the I key, and I'm going to insert another node right here, I key. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the spans in between the two nodes, D and D. And I'm going to do the same thing right here, D and D. I'm going to select that. I don't need anything in there in this image, so I'm just going to press delete. And the same thing with this, press delete on my keyboard. Now I have 2 more open vectors, or 4. I wonder if it's 2 or 4. Let's check. Okay, I have to unlock the layers. There we go. Toolpath, sorry. Calculate. Oh, yeah, 2 open vectors. So, just gonna go ahead and close these 2 open vectors, like we closed these 2. So I'm going to use the node editor once again, the node editor, and I'm just going to insert a node right there, and I'm going to move the start point right there. I'm going to try and match with this, match that line, but I know I'm not. So what I'm going to do now is, if that isn't already a start point, oh yeah, that is. So I'm just gonna use the select tool and select, and I'm just gonna join close vectors with a line, and that closes the vector right there. I'm going to do the same thing right here, node editor, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull. I'm going to insert a node there, and I'm going to pull the nodes on the other side, make them closer. So I'm just going to pull them. I'm going to make this one longer because I have to insert a node right there, and then I'll just drag it there. And I really do not like don't like the arch right there. So and there we go. Maybe a bit of a, there we go. That looks very nice. And I believe it automatically joined the vectors for me, and yes, it did. It's selecting everything. But to be on the safe side, I'm just going to go ahead and right click and join those vectors. Okay, it did. Alright. As you can see, we missed a big piece. Wait, let me just lock this there. Okay, lock it, and then we missed this key, or whatever this was supposed to be. So, not to worry, we grouped everything together, and we moved them to another layer. So, just gonna press that light bulb one, so it's not visible anymore. And I'm just gonna select this, and it's right there, and press delete on our keyboard because we don't want that there. And then when we load it up, bam, pow, not there anymore. And press save, select everything. After you do that, I have the layer locked. This switch to toolpath tab, you can either use that or this. I'm just gonna use that for the ease. Wait. We have to delete this, so I'm just gonna press delete. And then I'm just gonna select everything once more. Toolpaths, calculate, reset preview, and then preview toolpath. As you can see, it actually carved everything up pretty fine, and it's starting to look good. Really nice. Alright, I'm gonna press close now. Tutorial, and then now. More than likely, your project is going to have a requirement of at least a minimum of 3 images that are merged together, or on your thing. Oh wait, no, sorry. 3 images, at least 3 images on the whole design, and at least 1 image merged with another. So now we're just gonna go ahead and import another picture. This one is going to be of an airplane, and as you can see, that is a very fine looking airplane. We are going to resize this airplane, and what we're going to do now is we're going to fit the vectors onto this image. So fit vectors to bitmap and setting thing. Alright, so now I'm just going to zoom in once more, and I'm going to start with the press. Okay, I just chose the max, and I think the max looks pretty fine, and the lightest looks fine as well. I'm gonna choose. Yeah, 82. Yeah, 0.82. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, I'm just gonna fit vectors, and then I'm gonna highlight the image and press delete on my keyboard. Close here, and as you can see, the text snowbirds didn't come out very nice. As a matter of fact, that doesn't look nice as that well. I'm just gonna press Ctrl Z, undo, Control Z, undo. Select the image once more. And threshold, this time I'm just going to change it on X. Fit vectors. Delete the image, and it's still there, but whatever. And the snowboard's still messed up, but we can fix that because we're pro like that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we don't really need the snowbirds written there, so we're just going to go ahead and delete the excess vectors within the text. I don't need that. Okay. That does not seem like, actually it is necessary, and I think it is necessary. That is also necessary, I think. Yeah, that would be necessary. Yep, that would be necessary. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to select every. Oh yeah, we don't need this. We don't need the web scope. So we're just gonna close this, select tool, drag on and select it all and delete. Alright. So we're just gonna group everything together. Oops. Alright, and we're gonna press Control G or group everything together. Alright. Now what we're going to do is move this to another layer. So move to layer, new layer, airplane, key. Alright, didn't move it successfully, so we're just going to go ahead and group everything because we can't edit nodes without ungrouping an object. Alright, now we're going into the node tool editor. Press A, because I don't want to move it. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the excess nodes, D there, and you can also press D there. And now this is just one simple line, and you can just press delete there. Same thing here. We are going to let me see, insert a node there, and I'll just delete. Now I'm just gonna insert nodes that way. Go here and I'm just gonna delete that. There we go. Alright, just gonna go there. And now I'm just going to delete this one. And over here I'm just going to insert a node there. And then I'm going to drag this node right there. Alright. So now I'm just going to group, make this all into one, press shift, and close, join close vectors with a line. Same thing. Oh, okay, it did it. Alright, another problem we have is right here. So that one should be easier to do. So just press D, D there, and D here, and just on that. Why is that still there? Alright. I'm going to insert a node there, and just drag this right there on top of that. That should have been it. Then you have to fit it, joined it automatically. I'm going to press D here, and D here, and D here. Insert another node, and I'm just going to drag this right here on top of that. That should automatically join it, and it did. If I select it, it should be one, and it is one with one join vector. We're going to do the same thing right here, so we're just going to delete that span there and that span there. Insert a node right here and delete that span right there. Insert a node right here and drag it. Drag it across, and then it should have automatically joined. And yes, it did join. Now we're just gonna go ahead and delete this span right here, this span right here, and I'm using the D key, and I'm gonna have to press delete on that one. I'm going to just move the arch. I don't really like it. Yeah, I'm gonna move that over, and then I'm just gonna delete this span here, and this span here, and this span there, and then just press delete to delete the whole thing. and we're also gonna fix that. So now we have this. I don't like it. Still don't like it. Alright, there. Alright, there. Let's move that over. And then shift. Select tool, shift, and then right click, and then I'm going to press join close vectors with a line. That should have. Yes, it did. Alright, I'm just gonna fix this one here as well. So node edit, node tool. I'm going to delete this span right here and this span right there, and then I'm just going to use the delete key. Just delete on that. Then insert another node right here and drag this node all the way here. It should automatically join it for me because it likes me. Just kidding. Alright, this is going to be a very long span. And I'm going to insert 2, so I'll just come back to it later. Okay, now I'm just going to delete this span here and this span right there, and then just press delete on the whole thing. I don't like the arch on that, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix that. Move it. I'm using these two tools. I don't know what they're called, but you can move them around and then fix messes with the curves. I guess it's called a curvinator. I'm just kidding. There's a name for it right here. Yeah, it's the draw curve tool, whatever. And then you can just draw curves, and you saw the difference. I hope you did. I'm gonna drag this over here. Let's go. Okay, that was. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is press shift, select that, and then shift, select that, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to press join close vectors with a line. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead and close this as well. Oh, we're going to edit this vector file as well. Press D there, and D there, and delete there. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and insert a node right there, and then I'm going to drag this node right there, make that a start point, so I can, and then I'm going to use the selection tool, select, and join close vectors with a line, and I'm just gonna use that as a reference point. So I'm going to use the node tool, and I'm going to delete this first span right there. There we go. And I'm going to insert a node there and delete that span. I'm using the D key. Move that down low, and then I can do that. I'm going to insert another node right there, and I'm just going to drag this node all the way across. Whoa, this all the way across. Make that a start point. Select tool, shift, select that, and then just join close vectors with a line, and it looks fun. And we're just going to do the same thing right here. So like that. We're going to do the same thing right there. Like that. Node tool. Insert a node right there. And I'm just going to drag that node all the way across. And then put it on top, and it should close automatically, and it did close. Alright, so we've basically done it all. And it all looks, we closed all the vectors and removed any excess things we didn't like. I'm pretty sure it's not going to cut that out. I know, because using the measure tool, it is not, the machine cuts from has an accuracy of 0.02, and this is 0.005, so I know it's not going to cut that. And then if that's not there and that's not there, it's going to look bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all these excess vectors. I really don't need them. Delete that. And delete that. And I'm not sure if we need that. I'm just gonna check if it looks good without it, and it does look. And it does look. Yes, it does. Alright. So now I said we would fix this problem right there. Node tool, D key, D, delete. Alright, I guess I'll just leave it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything, delete that toolpath, go ahead and select everything again. And I'm going to calculate. I'll create a engraving toolpath and then press calculate. Reset my preview and preview toolpath, and look at that. Oh, we have a major problem. As you guys can see, and girls, we have a problem here. That color, it's very light. I bet it's not even gonna look nice if we cut it out. So look really bad. One option of fixing this, or trying to fix this, would be trying to enlarge the image. So I'm not just gonna leave the image like that. I'm actually going to rotate it. And rotate right there. And enlarge it. Rotate it more. Enlarge it. Rotate it more. Move it. And so basically I'm gonna have a name right under here, so it looks nice. And just for safety reasons and everything else, and how we're not supposed to have violence in our pictures, that is not a bomb or anything. That's actually a fuel tank. Just telling you guys. Alright, so now what we're going to have to do is we're going to check if that helped. And close, create toolpath, calculate, set preview toolpath, and it sort of helped. Not that much. Yeah, didn't help that much. So what we're going to have to do is first of all group everything. Control G, move it all down. It's interfering with that. Oh, you saw I missed a couple of pieces. What I'm going to have to do is select everything, Control G, move it around. Oh, I missed it. Move that there. And I'm going to have to ungroup the object again onto the original layers and the original layers that way. So now I'm going to have to use right, I'm just going to have to select, not node tool, but I'm going to use the select tool, and I'm going to have to insert offsets. How do I ungroup that? There. Alright, so I'm going to have to create an offset. An offset is basically creating another line within a line, and then I can just delete the outer line, and it'll create a deeper toolpath line. So that offset tool is right about here. There you go. Offset selected vector. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and offset each selected vector starting from about there. So I'm just going to use the offset tool. And the distance I'm going to set to 0.02 offset. Okay, I'm going to press Control Z. Alright, there's two types of offsets, an outwards and an inwards. An inwards creates an inner outset, and an outwards creates an outer outset. I want to create an inward offset. So offset. And I'm just going to delete the outer one and press delete on that. I'm going to make this one too. So let me see which way is easy. I'll just go this way. So down here, insert offset, and then delete. So delete, insert offset, and delete. Insert an offset for this. Offset. Offset and delete. We don't need that. Just delete on that. Okay. Create an offset. Delete. offset, delete, offset, delete, offset, delete. Oh, this is painstaking, but it's worth the marks. Delete, and it'll look nice. Offset, delete, offset, delete, offset, delete. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. We don't need that, and offset, delete. That looks fine. Let's place. I'm just gonna measure the distance. Is 0.7. Yeah, I'm going to offset. I'll offset the bigger one. Offsetting failed. Check vectors release passing. No, it's not going to accept it. So I'm just going to delete that. And to make things look even, I'm going to delete that and delete that, and then I'm gonna have to do the close event because I'm gonna create a straight line. So D D D D I D D. Insert a node right there. Drag it across. Should join automatically. And delete that. Alright, so we're gonna have to do the same thing right here. So D D D D D D. Move that over right there. D D D D. And there. And now we're gonna use the select tool. Select the two images and join closed vectors with a line. Oh, whoa. So Z, what did I do? Oh, let's go forward. Did nothing. Shift, select that, and then join closed vectors with a line. I'm just gonna join that as well. So node tool, and delete that, delete that, delete that. Select this tool. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Drag that all the way over here. I'll delete that as well. And right there. And then right here, drag that all the way over here. Alright, that looks fine. So now we're gonna go here, select that, join closed vectors with a line. That's thick for some reason, so I'm just gonna go to it. And delete that. Then Control S, save that, and enter image. Alright. That looks seems as one, so we're gonna have to do the same thing right here. Join that with that. So D, delete. And then the same thing here. D, delete. Move that over right there. Move that over there. And then shift. And then I'm going to select join closed vectors within line. And that seems already set. I'm going to delete one of these. I'll offset this one. So offset and that. I'm going to delete that and delete that because it doesn't look nice. And I'll offset this. offset this as well, and then delete that. Offset this one. Oh, oops, I deleted that accidentally. Select this, offset, and delete. Actually, I don't like the distance around that, so I'm actually going to set it to 0.01. Delete. Oh, whoops. Offset. Offset. And then select the bigger one. And delete. Offset. Delete. Offset. Delete. Offset. Delete. Offset. Delete. Offset. Oh, oops. Offset. Offset. Delete. Offset. Delete. Delete. Offset. Delete. Offset. Delete. Leave it there. That doesn't look too bad. And we are done. Never mind. Just select the side, so 0.02 there. Offset. Delete. 0.01 here, so 0.01. Offset. Delete. Delete. And so then, you can go ahead and delete that excess dirt right there. Just zoom in, check everything once in a while, because you will obviously miss something. You'd be pretty beast if you didn't, and I know not everyone's a beast. Alright, so I'll just select everything once more. Close this. Go there. Calculate. Reset preview. Preview toolpath. And it should save. Okay, so now we are going to insert text. And right now you would write your name, but I'm just going to write my high school name. So, Oak Secondary School. I have a large variety of text to choose from. I'm just going to stick this in that. ITC. Press apply. Close. And I'm just going to make the image smaller, or the text smaller, more smaller, move it, enlarge it a little bit, and there we go. I'm going to send this to another layer, so move to another layer, new layer, slash bar secondary school. This is so if you're like adding more text, so like another name or something else, just to keep yourself working. And there we go. You can select everything, close, calculate, reset preview and preview toolpath. Alright, so there's many things how you can, you might be wondering how I'm viewing everything. So I can either use the left mouse button and have a whole 3D view of everything. Alright, I can use the left mouse button to zoom in, and I can also use the scroll key. And if I use both, I can actually move it around. So like, I want to see that bomb zoomed in, or not a bomb, but the drop tank, or that fuel tank. So just put it there, and there you go. Zoom out. It all looks pretty good. Let's see. Alright, I can just left mouse button to zoom in, and I can also use the scroll key. And if I use both, I can actually move it around. So like, I want to see that bomb zoomed in, or not a bomb, but the drop tank, or that fuel tank. So just put it there, and there you go. Zoom out. It all looks pretty good. biggie. Now, one final thing for this would be if you have if you want to fit this text onto a curve. So, like, say you have a curve right there, and you want all the text to be around the curve. What you can do is actually move this over, and I'm just going to create an example curve. So I'm going to go to the drop polynomial. Alright, so go there, and close that. No tool, insert a node, smooth point, and just make a curve. Alright, and I've created a curve. I'm just gonna move that down. Okay, say this is my curve and I want to put my text onto this curve. So what I would do is I would select my text, bring it down here, and then I would go to this tool called Edit Spacing, Text, and Curve, and what I can do now is just text, move it down, and basically I can get a curve. And then you can just move it down as well. So looks very nice. Just gonna do it like that. And there we go. I'm just gonna delete that. Or I can keep that, but I'm just gonna delete that for now. Because it doesn't actually suit my image. Select everything. Once more, bring it down. Enlarge it, and preview to calculate a new tool path. Use it. Sorry. Preview toolpath, and there you go. You have the image right there. You have the flower. You have the notebook journal / thingy, and you also have your airplane. Starts looking bad, but whatever. It'll look nice when it comes out. And so basically you just press save, and after saving you would select all your images and your VCarve file, and then you would move it into the hand-in folder. So you would go to period 1 on your home screen, and after going there you would go into members, into a folder called members. From there you would search for user ID. After selecting your user ID you would open up a folder called handin and just drag all the files in there, and then you're done. You are essentially done. So this tutorial was created by Ali Nakwi, and this is a part included with the full version tutorial made by Martin Tuzin. Sorry, Martin, I don't know how to say your last name, but I'll try to say it. And that's by Martin and by me, Ali. And this is just a video tutorial, and the other tutorial is a text tutorial. So yeah, this has been designed to be used on the VCarve Pro, to file it onto the VCarve Pro 6.0 full version on the Borough Secondary School computers. And after, this is what you can do in essentially 2 hours. There is nothing done off screen. Everything was done live, and this is just basically shows you what you can do in a limited amount of time. Yeah. This file will be available for download. The link will be in the end of this video on where you can download this VCarve file, and then use it as a reference, and the images will also be uploaded. And that's about it. I'll just calculate once more. Calculate, set, view toolpath. A couple of cool things about the software. No, I don't want to see YouTube. A couple of cool things about the software is it shows you the estimated time, how long it's going to take to carve. So for this design, it's going to take 11 minutes, approximately 11 minutes long, and it also tells you the max depth, which is 0.1 inches. You want to keep the max depth under 0.25 inches, or else the material will cut through. Example, I'll include an offset into that, so I'll insert an offset. You know what, I'll just make a big circle. You know what, that's too big. That's still very big. One. 0.5. There. Alright, close that. This. Delete. Delete. Alright, so I have that there. I'm going to generate. Did it come out? No, it did not come out. I'll have to do it. I'll have to make that bigger. That's about it. This doesn't do it, nothing more. Yeah, it'll give you a warning, tool will cut through material, so I'll just reset, give you a toolpath. And as you can see, it just created a big hole through wood, and you don't want that. Because if it's cutting through there, it's gonna also cut into the machine. So go ahead and undo that. So that's it for this tutorial, and that's about it. If you want, you can also subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting this onto my YouTube channel. You can search for me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is called B.O.S. Studios. That's T-H-Y. Oh wait, no, not T-H-Y. Sorry, that's T-H-E-Y-O-Z-S-T-U-D-I-O-S. I am a grade 9 student, and I go to B.O.S. Secondary School. This is the year 2010-2011. Oh no, sorry. 2011-2012 school year, and 14 years old. Don't need to know that. And this is just part of the tutorial package that's going to be given in. So yeah, this is just a tutorial on how to use VCarve Pro Drive, full version 6.0 on B.O.S. Secondary Schools. Thank you, and see you guys later. I hope this helps.